Khamzat Chimaev is leaving nothing to chance as he prepares for UFC 319 against Dricus Du Plessis. From the very first day of camp, it's all business. No distractions, no shortcuts, just pure intensity. His mission is clear: break down Du Plessis in every possible way. He starts his regimen with a focus on grappling, one of his most dominant weapons. Chimaev drills takedowns, sharpens his ground control, and cycles through submission attempts repeatedly. He's also dedicating time to escapes and scrambles, ensuring he's ready for any ground scenario Du Plessis might present.
I see what they look.
Strength and conditioning come next. In the gym, Chimaev attacks kettlebell lunges, driving them overhead to build explosive power, balance, and stability. These movements are designed to keep him strong and steady through the grind of a long fight. His routine includes medicine ball drills, slamming the ball to the ground with full force, then lunging forward while clutching it tight. These exercises target his core, legs, and shoulders, building the resilience needed for the toughest moments in the cage. Cardio is a major focus, but Chimaev doesn't settle for basic jogging. He sprints uphill, pushing his limits until his legs burn and his lungs ache. On the treadmill, he alternates between explosive bursts and short rests, mimicking the unpredictable pace of a real fight. The result, a gas tank built to outlast and overwhelm.
You ready?
Let's kick it here, go push it.
Go! Let's go!
Go, Khamzat, blow teeth, come here! Go!
Next, it's time for the heavy bag. Every punch and kick lands with authority. Chimaev isn't just hitting, he's attacking. His combinations are fast and violent, as if he's already visualizing Du Plessis in front of him. Sparring is where it all comes together. Chimaev moves with purpose, trading shots, slipping punches, and mixing in takedowns. It's a full-speed grind that simulates fight night. Immediately after, he returns to grappling, locking in submissions and working ground control to keep his sharpest weapons honed. To finish, Chimaev turns to heavy dumbbell bench presses. Each slow, controlled rep is about building the upper body strength needed for those grueling, close quarters moments when there are no easy days in Chimaev's camp. Every minute is intense. Every drill is brutal. He's not just training to win. He's training to break Du Plessis both physically and mentally. If his preparation is any indication, he's coming for war.
Faster, Mohammed, faster. Faster. Speed, fast!
With Chimaev's relentless work ethic on display, it's no wonder the MMA world is buzzing about this fight. Joe Rogan recently weighed in, highlighting Khamzat's trademark aggression. Rogan described how Chimaev doesn't wait or feel out his opponent. He storms forward, takes them down, and drowns them in pressure. It's not just about control, it's about breaking the will of whoever stands across from him. But Rogan also pointed out that Dricus Du Plessis is no ordinary opponent. Du Plessis brings his own wrestling pedigree, solid jiu-jitsu, and heavy hands. He's durable, able to absorb punishment and keep coming. Rogan admitted that while Du Plessis is tough, Khamzat's relentless grappling is a different beast, one that few, if any, have been able to stop.
Like, this was just a overwhelming victory. Khamzat just charged in, dove in, got him down, and mauled him. Mauled him until he broke his face.
Do you think it's different with Du Plessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits fucking hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
Oh.
Khamzat DDP.
Who you got in that? Let's start with that. Khamzat DDP, who you got?
I
got a feeling DDP wins that.
I have Khamzat.
I don't.
Yeah.
If Khamzat can get done the first round and a half, maybe, I just think that thing goes past the third and DDP takes over. I think he TKOs him.
I think Khamzat is a better striker, and I think Khamzat's a better wrestler, and I think DDP is a killer. But I think it's Khamzat's time.
Could be totally off on Khamzat. He's a minus 200. Dude, take my fucking money.
Really? You got DDP?
Yes. Especially as a dog. I figured it'd be the favorite.
I have to say,
I figured DDP would be like a minus 150. Well, Khamzat, I look at the Gilbert Burns fight. You know, you look at the Kamaru Usman fight. You're like, okay.
Yeah, but he did out wrestle Kamaru a lot.
Robert Whittaker, a former champion, also shared his perspective. He called Chimaev the boogeyman of the division, a fighter few are eager to face. Whittaker explained that Khamzat's dominance comes from his ability to force his wrestling on opponents, dragging them into his world and dictating every exchange on the ground. Whittaker respects Chimaev's skills and confidence, but believes the real test comes when Khamzat faces someone who refuses to break. For Whittaker, the fight always hinges on whether Chimaev can finish his opponent before they recover. If he can't, the dynamic shifts, and the fight becomes a true test of both men's resolves.
And then you put the fact that it's against Chimaev, who, you know, he's got a lot of hype in himself, so he's going to bring a lot of eyes. He is, you know, the boogeyman in the division at the moment. Nobody wants to fight him. No one wants to have a go with him. So I get to...
With Khamzat, says he has that boogeyman status of him, but I think it's because no one wants to fight him. No one wants to take him to war. Like Gilbert Burns took him.
Whittaker's calm assessment is clear. Chimaev is a fighter who knows exactly what he's good at and trusts it completely. That confidence, paired with his skills, makes him a tough challenge. But the real question is what happens when he faces someone who won't fold under pressure?
Seen from Khamzat?
I think impressed is the wrong word. I think he's a good fighter, and I think he's got a great headspace for the craft, and he knows what he does well, and he goes out there with undoubted confidence. in what he can do. And I guess, that makes a very dangerous recipe, but it's something that, like, if it gets shaken, then you don't know which way the cards are gonna fall, sort of thing. So
In the end, Whitaker summed it up simply. The whole fight often comes down to whether Khamzat can finish his opponent before they get back up. If he can't, then everything changes. That, according to Whitaker, is the real question every time Khamzat steps into the cage.
Khamzat and Dricus fighting for the belt in just over a month's time. What are your initial thoughts on that matchup?
Honestly, I'd have to say Dricus would be a favorite. I think I'm leaning towards Dricus. The whole thing can be summed up. Chimaev will take him down. Will he finish him before he gets back up? That's the $1 million question. Because if he doesn't finish him on the ground, wait and see.
Khamzat Chimaev on your back round 1 is not easy to get off. And then he was able to sink that in. And that goes to show how strong of a squeeze this freaking dude had.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus Du Plessis? Because I will say this.
1000%.
MMA Guru also weighed in, refusing to count Dricus Du Plessis out. Guru highlighted Du Plessis' underrated jiu-jitsu and his knack for escaping bad positions. Unlike many of Chimaev's past opponents, Du Plessis doesn't just accept being on his back. He's constantly working for leg locks, heel hooks, and scrambles to get back to his feet or even reverse position.
This is my hot take. If Chimaev cannot get him down,
he will. But yeah.
But let's say he does get him down.
Yep.
And he doesn't finish him, right? I think he's spent. Because you look at his fights. You look when he fought Gilbert Burns, when he fought Kamaru Usman. He had Kamaru Usman fully fucking mounted, back hooks and everything, right?
Yep.
Working for the choke, pounding him, could not finish him.
Couldn't get him.
The rest of the time, he could not find it was shadow boxer. Granted, he might be sick or whatever.
Yep.
But if he cannot figure it out within those first 2 rounds or the first round he gets him down, I think DDP is going to do what he does best.
Yep.
He's going to be awkward. He's going to be, ha, 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 do the kicks. Yeah. And I think DDP is going to beat him.
Yeah.
Guru explained that if Du Plessis can capitalize on these scrambles and end up on top, he could turn the fight in his favor. He pointed to Chimaev's tendency to slow down in longer fights, as seen against Kamaru Usman, suggesting that if Du Plessis can weather the early storm, he might find opportunities to land big shots or hunt for a submission as the fight drags on.
Who do you think wins, Dricus or Khamzat, and what do you think the finishing sequence would look like? I could see Dricus winning. Chat, yes or no, most underrated part of Dricus Du Plessis' game, jiu-jitsu. He actually scrambles really well from bottom position. Really well. He's not going to let himself get mounted. He'll roll for like a leg and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He'll roll for a leg, threaten a heel hook, and then use it to get back up and try and get back control. Like, he's actually really good at that shit.
With both camps in full swing, the MMA world is split. Some believe Chimaev's ferocity will lead to an early finish. Others see Du Plessis surviving the onslaught, dragging the fight into deep waters, and flipping the script when it matters most. What's certain is that neither man is in for an easy night. Who do you think will emerge victorious at UFC 319? Will Khamzat Chimaev's relentless aggression and wrestling be too much for Dricus Du Plessis? Or will the underdog's resilience and ground game shock the world? Share your predictions in the comments. This is a fight that could redefine the division, and every opinion counts.